My throne, they couldn't build their own. They can't believe my growth. They see the change, the tone, but they couldn't handle that. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel where we discuss popular mainstream music. And in this video we're going to be discussing Chloe Bailey, okay? Chloe Bailey, okay? And I want to talk about Chloe Bailey and her as an artist. I've just been around the streets and I've been hearing the criticism with Chloe, and Chloe gets criticized a lot. And I feel like she's just so talented, and I think we need to unpack and go a little bit deeper into all this criticism, okay? But before we get into that, if you enjoyed the little snippet of music in the beginning of this video, that's me. Check me out. I am a music artist as well too. So if you enjoy pop R&B music, definitely check out my music. Link is in the description box below. Also, you can check my music out on all music streaming platforms and including here on YouTube. So check it out. I really appreciate it, guys. So getting back into Chloe, okay, Chloe Bailey. And I really wanted to make this video because I'm gonna be honest, I'm just getting tired of the criticism with Chloe Bailey. It's just getting really annoying. It's like, it's everything she does, like, people have a problem with. People have a problem with everything. It's just everything gets criticized. And I'm not saying people are above criticism. They're not. You chose this career. You know, you got to be open to it. But I just saw her performance at Coachella, and I just think people need to really be quiet. Like, like, her performance at Coachella was so amazing, and I felt like she reminded people who she is. She's a performer, and I honestly personally think Chloe Bailey should perform a lot more to convince people what she's here to do. I feel like her performing helps people understand her full package. Some people be like, oh, she doesn't choose the right songs. I don't like her songs. You know, Chloe Bailey, her songs haven't charted amazingly. Like, they don't do amazing on the charts, you know. But again, I feel like, are we not living in this world? Nobody is buying albums and singles. It's much harder. I'm not saying you can't sell, but I'm saying things are a lot harder. And Chloe Bailey being an R&B artist, it puts her in a position where she has a specific demographic. You know, she's not like R&B, sometimes that music genre, not all the time, because you see how popular Summer Walker is, you see how successful SZA is. But sometimes it could just be narrowed to a specific demographic, so you don't get them same numbers that a pop artist will get, you know, or even a hip hop artist will get, because of how popular the genre is. So people have to be a little bit lenient and understand marketing, okay? Also, I think what would really help Chloe Bailey is if she got to perform with Beyonce a little bit more. I know she's under Beyonce in terms of like management, or not management, but like her label or something. But I think if she had more of a association with Beyonce in terms of like performing, like if she performed at her tour, you know, if she had pictures taken, you know, a lot more with Beyonce, if they did like a collab with each other, I think people would be more accepting of Chloe Bailey, because it's Beyonce, and if Beyonce approves of her, then she's good. And I think because she's already under her label, that little association, I think, would push her more. But because she's really by herself, like, because she's like, I mean, like, yeah, Beyonce, she's under Beyonce's label, but Beyonce's not like taking pictures with her and having her on her tour, since she's really like on her own in that sense, you know. She's not gonna get that initiative clout that she got in the beginning of her career. In the beginning of her career, people really saw her as like the next quote unquote Beyonce, you know, like that, like she must be like Beyonce's new protege. And as we've seen her career span out, I think it kind of lost the hype. I think the hype of that the like Beyonce protege, that because we didn't see that close of association with her and Beyonce like that, I think she lost a little bit of that clout, that hype from that. I think she lost a bit of it. I think with that being said, like she's working and she's doing the best that she can. But I feel like y'all need to really give credit for Chloe, because that Coachella performance was amazing. Chloe can perform, and she can give you performances that a lot of R&B singers and artists in general, it's not even just R&B, artists in general cannot do. Like, she's performing on a much different level. She's a very great singer, very great performer, really good dancer. I mean, she knows what she's doing. So I think we need to give her more respect for what she offers. Okay, if you don't like her music, you don't like the direction she's going, okay, but that's the direction she's going. Like, I stopped complaining about Chloe's sexual energy after that first single that she did. I forgot what it's called. Because to me, it was clear that that's the direction she's going. I was shocked, you know. People were hyping her up, which is why I'm so confused why people just suddenly switched, because nobody was saying anything when she put that single out. And when she was, you know, gyrating on stage and being very sexual, nobody said anything. I thought it was shocking. People were praising her for it. So for people to flip on her is really confusing. But again, after that single, you know, I don't know. It really didn't matter to me. I just thought, like, okay, this is direction that she's going in. She wants to be sexy and sexual. That's what she's choosing to be. Like, I let it go. I don't understand why people are still criticizing her for being sexual. That is her choice. She's a grown adult. If that's what she wants to do, that's what she wants to do. I don't see what is the point of constantly saying, stop being sexual. If anything, go to Holly. Holly isn't overly sexual. I mean, you cannot control an artist's decision and how they promote themselves. So this upset, like the constant criticism about her being sexual is just so weird. And then on top of that, there are a bunch of other artists who are sexual. R&B has a lot of sexual artists. Summer Walker, SZA, Normani, Victoria. I mean, they're all sexual. So I don't really understand why you guys are still constantly holding that over her head. Let it go. If she's choosing to be sexual and you don't like it, go somewhere else. But for you guys to tolerate sexuality from all these other artists doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. And then on top of that, I'm gonna be honest, like, when it comes to Chloe, like, she still gives you choreography. It's not like she's just being sexual. It's not like she's just twerking on stage. She's giving you full-blown choreographed routines, and hard ones. You know, yes, it's sexy dancing, but it's still a choreographed dance with a lot of intricate moves. So for you guys to just brush all of her dance moves and all of that choreography and just be like, you're just sex? No. Now, what I also think what Chloe should do is sing more ballads and show off her vocals a little bit more. I think she should still get up and be sexy, but she should also always have a ballad. I think it will work for her because her voice is just out of this world. Chloe's vocal abilities is really out of this world. It really gets downplayed, and I blame that on her because she could do a lot more ballads. But I think that would help with the balance, okay?
Looking around this room, can't help but see the traces of you. This moment is so real. I can't put into words how I feel. Twin, where have you been? Nobody knows me like you do. Nobody gon' love me quite like you. Can't even deny it every time I try it. One look in my eyes, you know I'm never gonna love like this again. You were made for me.
You know, you do a really sexy, hot, up-tempo video, and then you do a ballad, and then go back and forth, you know, instead of just like doing 3 sexy songs, you know. Then, you know, but Yeah, and then people, you know, people criticize for her sex, people criticize for her songs, and then even for her singles. Like, for me, like, okay, I didn't really like some of her singles, but when I listened to her whole album, A Piece of Me, it was good. Like, she had some good songs. I mean, it wasn't like the greatest album, but she had some good songs in there, especially for a person who produces. You have to understand, Chloe co-produces, she songwrites. I thought there were some gems in there. There were some gems in there. I don't see why people criticize it that much. It was nowhere near trash. Don't ever lie and say that. It was nowhere near trash. So I don't understand the hyper criticism with Chloe. I mean, goodness gracious, she's doing what she wants to do. She's doing what she can. She's doing what she knows. So why are we beating her down? She's not going to stop being sexual. It's clearly a part of how she likes to present herself. So let her go. I don't know. But what do you guys think? I just wanted to make this video because I saw her Coachella performance and I just felt so bad that people criticize her so much, and she's giving such a great performance. I mean, tell me what you guys think. Did you see her Coachella performance? What do you think about Chloe, her antics, her skills, her talent? What is your overall opinion? Do you think people need to stop overly criticizing her? Let me know in the comment section below, and I'll check you guys out on the next video.